So in this video, I'm going to share one of the best budget setups for creating YouTube videos. I'm going to share everything that I use to create my videos, to create this video right here, all of the equipment for all less than $1,000 in total. So look, if you are starting with a budget, you can still create YouTube videos that are relatively high quality. And quite frankly, you really don't need some of this equipment that I'm going to share with you in this video to create YouTube videos. If you're just using your phone, if you're using a webcam, it's better than nothing. I think everybody should get started on YouTube with whatever equipment you can afford. Now, if you have up to $1,000, I think this is a great setup that I'm going to show you in this video. This is what I use. I don't use expensive $8,000 cameras. Everything that I use is less than $1,000 in total. So if you're new here to the channel and you want to learn more about growing your social platforms, growing on YouTube, then consider hitting the subscribe button for more videos like this one. We're doing our best to help people to kind of build something that they're trying to build on YouTube. So let's get started with this. Now, the camera that I actually first bought when I was starting on YouTube about 2 years ago now, almost about 2 years, it was the Canon 70D. Now, I bought this for $1,000, and it's interesting because I could not afford $1,000 to pay for this camera. So I put it on my credit card, which is a recipe for disaster, but I decided I'm going to put this on my credit card and I'm going to have to make enough money. I'm going to have to get enough views on YouTube so that I can pay off my camera with the money that I make from YouTube. So it was sort of like an ultimatum for myself. I said, I absolutely have to do this. And it actually helped me find some success on YouTube, but that might not be a strategy that everyone's willing to take. So the camera that I got after that one, which honestly I believe is just as good or if better, is the Canon SL2. So this is the Canon SL2 right here. You can get it on Amazon for $549. I will leave links to all of these items down in the description below on this video. I do get a small commission when you click on that link and buy something through that link, but just be aware it doesn't affect my decision. It doesn't affect the items that I use. This is what I actually use to create my videos. And this is one of the cheapest cameras that you can get that's still decently high quality. So like I said, I use this for all of my videos, for this channel, for my primary channel. It's the Canon SL2. $549, give or take a little bit, but definitely one of the better cameras. It has a sensor of a Canon 80D. It shoots 1080 quality video. I find that you don't really need 4K video quality unless you're shooting some type of cinematic films, and even at that, a lot of devices can't even play 4K. So a lot of phones don't really support 4K. A lot of people who are watching YouTube videos, even on their laptop, it's not showing in 4K. A lot of times it'll be 1080, maybe a little bit higher, but I find that 1080 is perfectly fine for today's day and age for creating YouTube videos. So that's what I really like about this camera. It's really easy to use. There definitely is a slight learning curve, but over time you can kind of just learn your way around the camera and get better at it. Now, this right here on this camera is a kit lens. Most of these will come with a kit lens, which is, I believe, 18 to 55 millimeter kit lens. I actually suggest getting a kit lens just because it'll help you kind of get started and help you be able to zoom in or zoom out depending on how big your studio is. Now, if you want to go with some other lenses, both of these lenses here were about, I believe, $125 a piece. This is the 50 millimeter 1.8 lens, and this one is a 24 millimeter, I believe, 2.8 lens. But both of these lenses are pretty nice. I put them on this camera and sometimes I will use them for my videos that I'm shooting here. But you don't have to get too confused on lenses and whatnot, but I will leave these links down below for both of these as well, so you can experiment with some different lenses. But so this is $549. These lenses, about $125 a piece. They're not absolutely necessary. You could get away with using the kit lens when you're starting your YouTube channel. Now, besides video quality, audio quality is another thing you need to really heavily consider. And honestly, I believe audio quality is more important than video quality. And I'll say that again, audio quality is more important than video quality. And the reason for that is, look, if I'm watching a video and it is really good video quality, but the audio is absolutely terrible and I can't hear what they're saying because it's muffled, it sounds really echoey, it's a really big turnoff, and I honestly just stop watching the video. But if it's the other way around, where maybe the video quality is not that great, but the audio quality is on point, I'm much more likely to watch that video for a longer period of time. So there's some audio options that are available to you. One of them is something like a shotgun microphone. Now, I actually have a couple of these. This one is just a Takstar shotgun microphone. This is like $30 that you can get on Amazon. What I actually would suggest over this one, though, is the Rode video mic. It is about $100, but it's much higher quality than this one. I have it somewhere, but I just don't know where it is. It's like in a box somewhere. But you can actually just mount it on top of the camera and it's great for vlogging. You probably see people walking around vlogging like this. Casey Neistat uses a pretty similar setup to this, but if you go something with like the Rode video mic for about $90 some or $100, it can be a great start to get started. Now, the audio that I actually use is this little device right here. It's called the Zoom H1, and then I run a lavalier mic that was about $20 up through my shirt. It's a Sony lavalier mic, and like I said, I'll leave links to all of these down below in the description. But this Zoom H1 is about $120. I believe it's $119 for this specific device, and then this lavalier mic is only $20. So this setup, honestly, if you think that this audio quality is decent, this is exactly what I'm using. This is what I've been using for the past year, and I think that the audio quality is pretty decent, much better than if I was just using the regular camera audio like this. Doesn't sound very good, does it? So there's a couple other things that you need to really consider when trying to create YouTube videos that are of somewhat high quality. And the next one is by having lighting, right? So lighting is really important for your video quality. Now, there's some options that are available to you. One of the best options for free is to just find some window light. If you have a window in your apartment or your house, consider getting near, especially if it's like a nice cloudy day or the sun's not shining directly through the window, creating hard shadows. That could be a great option. I think it's a free option, and it's something that you do have to work around a little bit, though. You have to, film during the day. I used to do that where I would try to time it, and if it was a cloudy day, I would go and film some videos, and then the sun would come out and it'd give some hard shadows. So if you want to avoid using window light and natural lighting, which can be great, but in some cases you have to kind of work around Mother Nature, consider just getting some soft boxes. I'm using 2 soft boxes here. I'll show you them like this, but 2 soft boxes, a very simple setup. And the setup for these, I think they're newer soft boxes, about $69, $70 for both of them, come with the light bulbs, and I think it's a great setup to have. And having that good soft lighting is really important. If you just had a regular lamp and you're using a regular lamp to light your videos, you'll see that it creates hard shadows. If you just turn on one of your lights, like a lamp near you, and try to create a video, you'll see like hard shadows. It just doesn't look professional. That's why soft boxes can soften the light. So there's a couple more things that we need to discuss here. One of them being your post-production, how you're actually going to edit and upload this video. So if you are recording this audio separately from the camera audio, you can actually have to line up those 2 audio files. So to do that, you can't really use Windows Movie Maker. It's just not very effective. So you want to consider doing something like getting something like Adobe Premiere Pro. Now, I believe this is about $20 a month if you're just getting Adobe Premiere Pro and not the other Adobe products. I personally don't pay for it because I get it through my university, so I don't have to worry about it. But it's about $20 a month, and it's really definitely something that you should consider getting an upgrade for and getting started with. Now, learning your ways around that, learning the ropes of Adobe Premiere Pro can be a little bit difficult, but just watch some YouTube tutorials. That's what I love about YouTube. There's so many free videos out there that can help you get started with that. But I think it's a great way to edit your videos and then learn how to upload them. And we do have videos on this channel to help you kind of get those upload settings so that you know what settings to input and to export your video for. Now, another one thing that we do want to mention is what kind of background you're going to have. So this is just like a regular canvas background. You can get all kinds of different backgrounds. You could just have a nice studio. I actually don't really like this one very much. Probably going to maybe change it up a little bit, maybe build an actual studio. But you want to consider what's in the background. If you have too many things in the background and it just gets kind of noisy and you have various things going on, it can just kind of get cluttery and not very attractive and hard for people to actually focus on your particular video. That's why we don't really have much in the background. It's just very simple so that you can see what's on the table here, you can see me, and that's about it. So you don't lose focus, hopefully. And if you're watching this video, you didn't lose focus because we're almost 10 minutes in. So that kind of wraps up this video. Any questions, comments, leave them down below. I will leave links for all of the equipment here that I use for my videos. Like I said, you don't have to spend a lot of money. You really don't have to spend a lot of money to get started with YouTube. You can start with very simple things. If you are using a shotgun microphone like the Rode video mic or this cheaper Takstar microphone, this actually puts the audio on board on this camera, so you don't have to edit those audio files and match the audio files like you do with the microphone that I'm using right here. So this might actually be a better setup than what I'm using, but it's just what I've gotten used to. So if you find any value in this video, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and I'll see everybody next time.